gosh, the whole experience of having the students here for 3 days was really just energizing. They were so engaged, really excited about where they wanted to go in the future, and reflective as far as suspending judgment, learning about themselves, learning about each other. I heard a lot of, I have such a stronger appreciation for others as one of their key takeaways. I thought it was just an incredible leadership from Northmont, from the standpoint that they're really thinking about how kids want to apply this and where they want to go and how do they pull this all together. And you saw the kids pull everything from their dreams and their hopes and their fears to how that might be reflected in a college essay, to whether they want to go to college, where they want to go to college, what careers might they look at. So it seemed like it just kind of was very comprehensive in helping them as a whole student kind of enter the summer with some energy around entering into their senior year.
I really think Joni had a huge impact on me, and just how I could kind of relate to her in the way she said she was kind of an introvert with her personality, but the way she carried herself, she was a leader, but she was still an introvert. And myself as an introvert, it kind of gives me hope and optimism that I can be a leader too.
To be a conscious leader means to not only put other people's thoughts and feelings before yourself, but be able to identify why they're having those feelings.
I think definitely the biggest thing I'll take away and carry with me is, even as you're talking to someone and those thought-provoking questions we learned, is there's always more to learn from a conversation or from a person or even from yourself.
From the experience, I had so many takeaways that I never really anticipated with, how to be a leader and how to learn and work well as a team, and not only from those experiences, but how to apply them to college preparation and eventually my occupation in the future.
The facility that we got to work in these past 3 days has been absolutely amazing. I was not expecting this at all. We actually had really no expectations, but it really fulfilled any minor expectations that we would have had. I think it's a great opportunity for anyone to come here, even just like take a tour of this building, because it's really made for people to grow in ways that they won't even imagine.
I think that any person that read our essays really helped me to not only help me like now, but later on in the future with my writing skills, and of course to get in the college that I want to get into.
To me, the most valuable part was the essay writing, because I didn't know what I was going to do with my Common App essay, and I didn't even know that you had to write an essay, so that was nice. And just being able to have it reviewed by so many different people was really beneficial.
Ms. Robb really helped me understand what I actually wanted to write on. So before I came here, I had this perfect college essay on what I thought was perfect. And when she came in, she was like, okay, this isn't really what you wanted to write about. And so when we kind of looked back on what other experiences I had, we were able to complete a completely new essay, and it was so much better than I ever could have written on my own.
One of the things I wanted you guys to be aware of, instead of just learning like you guys do every day in class, and then you take some sort of a test, whether it be a standardized test or a test for your teacher, this isn't something that, conscious leadership where you're just, figuring out the right answers. You're going to take a bubble-in answer document right after this, and you either get it correct or you don't. This is something that we're hoping is like more lifelong, like it's actually applications-based. And so in order to make that hit home, that's why we're bringing in people to talk to you about, one, what they do, and also how they use this leadership training in their daily lives.
So my name is Heather Brown, and I am a production manager at Ramco Electric Motors. Knowing what manufacturing has to offer is huge. So I was able to bring that to the kids today too. So whether you have a career in engineering, finance, planning, there's different opportunities.
My name is Chris Poulis, and I'm with Marsh McLennan. I thought the level of engagement by all of the students really at the ages that they are was incredible. And I think the conversation went past just really the business aspect of things, but how to get to what that next level will be later on after college.
So the conversation about education was great. They had a lot of questions about
what did it take to be an educator, and how's that different from the experiences that you have as a student versus being a teacher, and things, practical questions like how easy is it to get a job. So they were really engaged and very interested in the process of becoming a teacher and educator.
So I'm Krista Powell, brand manager here at Aileron. This is huge to be so forward thinking before they're even graduated high school or even really starting their senior year is huge to try to kind of, again, create the life that they want. So be thinking about, what career do they see themselves doing, and then how do you get there, rather than just taking the next step somebody else is telling you to do.
I'm Michael Barrow, and I'm a family practice and sports medicine physician. The conversations were excellent. We were talking about healthcare, and only one of the ones in my group was really interested in directly medicine type stuff. The others were interested in research or vet medicine or education. But I think we were able to give everybody some information about healthcare in general, sciences and education.
Another thing that really impacted me was having the one-on-one experiences with the different professionals during lunch. That allowed a more calming situation, and I was able to ask them questions that I've always wanted to ask someone in their position. And hearing their responses and knowing that at one point in their life they were exactly like me gives me hope for my future and gives me more of an outlook on what path I'm going to take.
One of the people that I really enjoyed talking to was actually the civil engineer today. It was really funny because I don't want to be a civil engineer, but I really liked hearing his perspective on how he grew from college and what he learned and what he gained in becoming a part of his career.
It's definitely helped me realize the path to a higher level of college, and especially the college application process. So I definitely look into more visiting colleges and getting to know exactly what they value most in their application processes.
If you are on the fence about this opportunity, I would definitely go for it. This has changed my life for the sole reason that this is a different type of learning, and I've probably learned more here than I did my entire junior year.
It was a lot better than I came in expecting. I was expecting something that I've had in the past. This is something new and entirely different than anything I could have ever expected. I got so much out of it, and I learned so much about myself and about all my other peers that I'd never known anything about.
I went into the program thinking that it would be something nice to put on my resume or something nice to put on my college application, but I took so much more out of it than I was expecting. I think I expected to be sitting at a table all day, maybe have some worksheets and get some information that I already maybe had heard in school, but that was completely not what happened. It was so interactive. We learned so many new things. We were able to walk around and be creative and just open up to a new level of thinking that I hadn't experienced before. So it was extremely beneficial in that aspect.
When we set out to design the Aileron Student Leadership Summit, we wanted to create an experience for students that they could not obtain in a traditional classroom setting. Thanks to Aileron, our students received an education in conscious leadership. In addition, we were able to provide students the foundations needed to apply to their ideal universities. I want to thank everybody who was involved in this process. I'm very proud of how our students did. They provided peer feedback, work as a team, and overall this has been a great experience.